Quite an orderly fashion towards the tape at the moment. Starter raises the flag, and that's it. They're off for the 2025 edition of the Bull Sports JT McNamara Munster National. And the 15 runners on the way to the first of 16 fences, with Will Do, You Oughta Know and Pride of Place all in the firing line as they arrive at the first. Also in a prominent early pitch, a spur of the moment, and a very bad mistake and gone at fence number 1, Nara. And quite badly hampered was Talk in the Park. So Nara blundering and unseating the rider at fence number 1. The remainder of Volt jumped the second okay. Horse is galloping away riderless, and Darrow O'Keefe is up on his feet. Pride of Place has come through to lead then as they prepare to go into the turn, with Yeah Man now coming through into second place. They're followed in third position by Will Do, the maroon and white on the inside of You Oughta Know. A spur of the moment is in fifth place on the inside. And then we have French Dynamite with In Excelsis Deo. A couple of lengths back then to Weveallbeencaught, representing last year's winning connections. Watch the Weather is up on his outside. Length and a half then to Boston Rover, seeking a four-timer here today. Talk in the Park is towards the rear after that early interference. Then Arctic Fly, the only mare left in the field now. Yates Star, and finally Drumgill. On the approach now to the first one down the back, fence number 3, Pride of Place. Jumped it well from Yeah Man over in second. They all take it okay, though Drumgill didn't land with much impetus. Quickly on to the next, a ditch, Pride of Place from Yeah Man. And jumping it in third place, You Oughta Knows towards the outside. Will Do in between horses as they come on to the next one. Pride of Place bowling along. Talk in the Park a bit sticky over that one towards the rear, as Pride of Place extends the advantage to about 4 lengths going over the next. You Oughta Know wasn't great over that one. So now the race on to the fence that's taken slightly on the turn. This will be number 7, and it is Pride of Place, who took it up early, measured that one well from Yeah Man. Will Do. Bad mistake there from a spur of the moment, who's back in a share of 5th place at this stage with French Dynamite. So they make the descent. That will bring them back towards the home straight with Pride of Place, who's been in good form of late, leading by about 3 lengths to in second position, Yeah Man. Then Will Do, You Oughta Know, a spur of the moment recovering from that error. French Dynamite, the top weights in 6th position on the outside of stable companion Weveallbeencaught. And then In Excelsis Deo, with the orange cap of Watch the Weather. Yates Star is next. Then Talk in the Park, Arctic Fly, a couple of lengths back then to Boston Rover. He's lost a couple of places now at the back in company with Drumgill. About to go through their point of departure, and on the approach to the halfway stage, it is Pride of Place from Yeah Man, Will Do, You Oughta Know, and then a spur of the moment as they come on to number 8, which was their first. Pride of Place just went through the top. A mistake at the back of the field from Boston Rover, who gets a shake of the reins from Jack Kennedy. At the fence, that will be the last in a circuit's time. And again, it was Pride of Place who led over it with this advantage of a length and a half over Yeah Man. Similar margin then to Will Do. French Dynamite is taking closer order now in 4th on the inside. Out wider still is You Oughta Know, and then a spur of the moment towards the inner of Weveallbeencaught, with after these in the centre, In Excelsis Deo, followed by Watch the Weather. Yates Star next ahead of Talk in the Park, and then Arctic Fly, a couple of lengths to Drumgill, and a further break of 3 to Boston Rover, who doesn't look to be going particularly well at this stage. Heading across to the back straight once more. The next one they encounter will be fence number 10. Pride of Place and Mark Walsh. 2 on the outside, Yeah Man and Keith Donoghue. Will Do's never been too far away. After these, a spur of the moment, followed by French Dynamite, and then You Oughta Know and Weveallbeencaught as they prepare for takeoff of the first one down the back. Good jump from Yeah Man there. Closed the gap on the leader, Pride of Place, to half a length. Within third position as they come onto an open ditch and improving a spur of the moment. After these out wide is You Oughta Know, with French Dynamite still right there. Coming on now to the next one down the back. and very little in it there. Pride of Place maybe just edging it on landing. A mistake back in the field from In Excelsis Deo, who's really struggling now. 4 left to jump, and Pride of Place landed in the lead there as Will Do lost ground in the air. It's Pride of Place and Yeah Man. 4 lengths back then to A Spur of the Moment. After these, French Dynamite travels nicely. You Ought to Know and a ridden along Will Do, and then Talk in the Park as Yeah Man took over at the third last. Yeah Man just to Pride of Place coming back on the inside. A Spur of the Moment is about 3 lengths down on them in third. Then French Dynamite, and they're followed on the downhill run to the home straight by Talk in the Park, who's made some headway ahead of a weakening Will Do, and then We've All Been Caught. Yeah Man has now gone on as Pride of Place comes under pressure. A Spur of the Moment is trying to cover the stablemate's move. Then after these, French Dynamite is getting right into it. So too Talk in the Park and We've All Been Caught, and this group of 6 have gone clear of the remainder. Homeward bound with 2 to jump. A Spur of the Moment in the centre now takes over. French Dynamite on the outside. Talk in the Park in third. Yeah Man has no more to offer. They're on the run to 2 out. And it's A Spur of the Moment from French Dynamite. Talk in the Park. And then We've All Been Caught, who's got a chance as well. Over the second last, French Dynamite just led. But A Spur of the Moment on the level edges on again. These 2 from We've All Been Caught and Talk in the Park. French Dynamite leads at the last and is over. From in second, A Spur of the Moment. Then We've All Been Caught. Eric McNamara is going to win it again. It's going to be a 1-2 for good measure. French Dynamite wins the JT McNamara Munster National. Beats stable.
That was absolutely magic hit.
Yeah, savage. Stuck for words, to be honest. Definitely the biggest winner of my career, and big thanks to Eric for leaving me up on him, and to Gary Cribbin for getting me to ride.
Yeah, and you rode with so much confidence for your inexperience in a race like this.
Yeah, it was sure. The horse travelled into every position I wanted to be and jumped super, and I was just pasture on him really, and yeah, it was very simple.
He's a lot of class.
Exactly, yeah, and a good effort for him to do it off top weight as well, so really pleased, and big deal for Eric as well. I'm sure he won it last year, so deadly, yeah.
One of the good lads in the game as well.
For sure, yeah. I'm very good friends with son Connor, and that's been a bit of a help to me, all right, but I'm just really pleased that he put me up on him.
Were you holding on to him as late as possible, or what were you thinking?
Yeah, just he travelled a bit, he over-raced a little bit early, and I was just trying to conserve, but to be fair to the horse, he stuck it out well. As soon as I asked him, he picked up, and yeah, it was pretty simple, to be honest.
What a magic year of the family, your sister Creve having a winner, and the year you're having as well.
Yeah, super. Little blip there a month ago, but grand.
These things happen, yeah.
Yeah, good to get back rolling now, and hopefully it continues on into the winter.
Magic hit, well done.
Cheers, Johnny, thanks.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.